Hi friends, welcome to Andy Bricks, and I wasn't really going to do this, but I've watched a couple of videos of this, and people have this set, and it opens up the top end like, that way, and I was like, oh yeah, sweet as. It's pretty standard issue, most of our sets open that end, except for some in the US and Europe are these collapsible boxes. Now, this came into Toy World, I guess, 3 months after it was released, which was released in October and was in Lego stores and online. I actually was hoping that it was going to come to the warehouse and I was going to buy it there, and you know the story. I know, because I had some money and I ended up spending it on a Soka's Interceptor. I'm trying to see where it is, this thing. So I was hoping this set was coming to the warehouse. I knew that they were coming, I just didn't know when. And when they didn't arrive, and they got all the sets but the bus, and there was only 6 of them in Toy World, and that was it. And I was like, it must be exclusive to them for a while. But so I spent my money on that I was saving for this, and then lo and behold, 3 months after it had dropped, October, November, December. So it was even later than that, because I put this on lay-by and probably had it paid for in 7 weeks. With this $180 set, I probably put $40 down for a deposit and paid $20 a week, so 7 weeks, which takes us back, yeah, maybe the end of January. We might have got them into March, I'm not sure, but I just, I don't even think they had them out on the shelves. These were we knew they were coming, and I put one aside for myself, and other people done the others. So none of them actually made it onto the shelf, I don't think. Maybe 1 or 2. But I didn't get to see the box. I just set up an automatic payment and brought it home and didn't look at it any further until that. That was on Monday I picked it up. It's now Friday. While I was at work, I watched a build, and just to, I like to watch speed builds. I'd watched Felipe's review of it and watched his opening, and he opened the end up. And so I went and watched Australian Brick Fan video of this, and he had to cut all the way around the box. And I was like, no way. They're doing other, sizes of collapsible boxes, because I'd seen the Star Destroyer in a collapsible box, the one that we never got here, that was the 25th anniversary model. But when I watched them do this, I didn't even think about it, but I was sitting at work thinking, watching the video, and I was like, I remember seeing lines on my box. So when I got home, I quickly looked, and this is a collapsible box. Now this is the first collapsible box I've seen in New Zealand, and this is now at the warehouse, 7 weeks after, maybe 2 months after Toy World got it. They just didn't give them enough, to have it for that short, couple of months before another store got it, because Toy World gets some special things because, you know, they just do the toys, whereas the warehouses, you know, got a lot of other things, and they just get things sometimes a bit later than Toy World, because Toy World, you know, have the right to it, sort of. I don't know, it's just a deal they have. But this is a collapsible box, and I was so excited when I found this out. Somebody said, well, you're more excited about the box than you are anything else. So I'm going to open this because this is something new. Has anyone else had a collapsible box in New Zealand that wasn't this set? Let me know, please. Just leave me a comment. It's not hard. Oh, that's a bit tight, that bit of... Oh, this is so exciting. I've never had to cut so many pieces of tape. That is the only problem. Mind you, it'll only be these big boxes, and the instructions are always, you know, locked away, because I like to open, like, say I brought this and just wanted to keep it to sell on later. I open them, make sure the sticker's intact and not had it, because if I do go to sell this on later on in life, I wouldn't want the sticker sheet to be all mungled up, you know, and you're buying it that later on, you know, 5 years down the track maybe, or 10 years down the track, whatever it is, and you're not going to be able to buy it or get a free replacement for that sticker from Lego. You probably could buy one, but yeah, I wouldn't. That's how I'd like to buy Lego. So yeah, if I was buying Lego in the future off of old sets, I would hope that the people don't, though. They don't. You know, they have them sealed, and you never know. It could be munted up. But here we go. There's our first one. Now let's just... I'm not sure how this works. Oh, there. This folds down flat, so you can store it away. And the same happens to the bottom. Now I'm not going to do that at this stage, because I will show you. It's hang on, let me get some light. Our favourite friend. It's got this interlock in the corner there that I don't want to play around with, but yeah, there we go. Collapsible boxes in New Zealand. Now, you know, I'm sure people just cut each end of the box when there is tape, and you can just squash it down, you know, sideways anyway. So I'm not sure why they've done this, but yeah, it's nice. Now, I went looking everywhere for days on the internet to find out what is this at the front of the bus. What is this? Is this something to do with that? Feeding the engine? And I've seen pictures of this forward. Now these are wheel clamps, so you can't, the bus can only be flown, but I think you can drive it. But yeah, not very good. They could have done much better wheel clamp system. And yeah, I like I say, I've seen pictures with this arm coming forward like that there onto the wheel, and it's clamped the wheel. Now there's been several of these. They've had birthdays, the balloon colour changes. I've seen another one and it's got a big cow ram thing, you know, off the old steam trains on the front. And yeah, and I've seen pictures of this with that forward, and it says it's just so that the bus can't be driven when it's on the ground. Now it has a driver, and you can thank him before you hop off the bus if you like, and people can see that you've thanked him. I don't play this game, but this is just what I've discovered. But I brought this for the minifigures mainly. But man, was I excited to see that it's a collapsible box. Very interesting. Be interesting to see how durable this actually is compared to other ones. It doesn't want to sit down, so because maybe the bags are everywhere. But yes, I am looking forward to these minifigures. So yeah, there, collapsible box finally arrives in New Zealand. 5 months, maybe even more since I saw it. Like I say, the first time I saw it was on the 25th anniversary Star Destroyer. So yeah. But then I seen Ryan open one of these, and it wasn't a collapsible box. He had just a normal open end, whereas his Star Destroyer was the collapsible box. It is just so strange. What is, you know, why do they do this? You know, what's going on? Actually watched Jang Brick's review of this, because I thought he might explain what's going on up here. But he doesn't. But what he does have is miscoloured blue bricks. And he says, you know, don't be shy to not complain about them. Let them know, because that's how they'll make things better. Not that I think they really care, but because if they did, it wouldn't happen to start with. But I'm not sure what the story is there, so yeah, I don't want to be too aggro with them. But yeah. Hey, thanks for watching. Andy Brick's out. Peace to you all. And have you got this set? Can you afford it? It was, like I say, $180 New Zealand. Not tariff inflated, just standard price. Hey, no, brick count. It's the second set we've gotten this year without a brick count. Now that we have brick count, you sort of get used to it, and it's not there. I would have liked to know how many bricks were in there. I should have looked it up. I always don't, and I always come to the same conclusion that I should have when I haven't. But man, these minifigures, you know, was the driver of all of this. So yeah. Hey, thanks for watching. I love you guys. Andy Brick's out. Peace to you. Stay safe.